Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue Trema, the Earth Lord. With Chapter 4, A Hard Bargain. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing well. Let me get a sip of my drink. Good juice. And let's get this reading started. Tom and Elena let Storm along a muddy road until at last they came to the town square. On one side, Tom spotted a junk shop with pots and pans, brooms, and hunting spears arranged on the ground in front of it. Excuse me. While Tom watched, the shopkeeper came out and dumped a stack of earthenware bowls beside the door and went back inside. On the other side of the square, traders were setting out their goods on market stalls. Tom could see heaped up piles of fruit, polished bowls of copper and brass, and bales of wool and linen, all in the bright colors of Grilder's. The first customers of the day were hurrying into the square, greeting each other cheerfully, carrying baskets to carry their wares. Elena pulled at Tom's sleeve. "Look, there's a stall selling bread. I'm so hungry." Here is Tom and Elena entering the market stalls of the town that they're in. "So am I," Tom said. He breathed in the delicious smell of warm loaves just out of the oven. It made him feel hungrier than ever. "But we've no money." Elena led the way over to the stall, looking longingly at the warm bread. As the stallholder was stacking up his loaves, Tom noticed a red, angry-looking burn on one of his hands. "It looks as if he had an accident with his oven," he murmured to Elena. "Yes," Elena's eyes suddenly brightened. "And I know just what to do." Tom watched as his friend walked up to the stallholder. Knowing Elena, she had some clever plan up her sleeves. "Good morning," Elena said as she reached the stall. "There's a nasty burn you've got there." "That's a nasty burn you got there." The man glanced at his hand. "I know, it's my own fault. I was too clumsy getting the loaves out of the oven this morning." "I've got a charcoal poultice that might help you," Elena suggested. "I'll give it to you in exchange for some loaves." The stallholder smiled. "For a loaf." The stallholder smiled. That might be the best bargain I'll make all day. Elena went back to Storm and fetched some of the charcoal paste. She spread it over the burn on the stallholder's hand, and he gave her a handkerchief to bind it in place. That feels way better, the stallholder said. 1,000 thanks, young mistress. Here's your bread. He picked out the biggest loaf from the stall and handed it to Elena. Thank you. Elena carried the loaf back to Tom. Here you are, breakfast. Well done, Tom said admiringly. I never have thought of that. Elena tore the loaf into 3 pieces. She gave 1 piece to Tom and 1 to Silver. Elena tore the loaf into 3 pieces. She gave 1 piece to Tom and 1 to Silver. The wolf let out a grateful yelp. Ooh, excuse me. While Storm shook his bridle as he bent his head to eat some of the grass from a patch of lawn in the square. This is delicious, Tom mumbled as he stuffed the steaming chunks into his mouth. It's not the biggest meal we've ever had, Elena said, gulping down a mouthful, but it will do for now. As Tom ate his bread, he looked back across the square towards the junk shop. Something seemed to be drawing him to it. When he glanced at the back of the amulet, a line appeared pointing in that direction. I think that's where the next prize must be, he whispered to Elena, pointing towards the shop. Tom led Storm across the square. Elena walked beside him with Silver at her heels. Beside the shop, Tom tried to tie the Storm to an iron post. Stay, Silver, Elena told her animal friend. We won't be long. The wolf flopped to the ground beside the stallion's hooves and rested his head on his paws. Tom pushed open the door to enter the shop, brushing aside a cobweb that hung from the doorframe. Dust lay thick on the floor. Beside the shop was dimly lit. The shop was dimly lit. The shopkeep. My tongue is moving faster than my brain. The shopkeeper was perched on a stool at the far side, poring over a leather-bound book. He was a shrunken old man with white hair and a wispy beard. As Tom and Elena entered, he looked up and peered at them over the top of half-moon glasses. He didn't speak. After a moment, he went back to his book. Here is Tom and Elena entering the shop. Obviously, but, you know. Tom and Elena looked around the shop. The shopkeeper continued to ignore them. Tom wondered what the prize would be. He gazed up at a scuffed bull's head mounted on the wall, with a string of fishing hooks hanging from its horns. He picked up a tarnished silver bowl and put it down again. I have something in my throat. I'm sure when I find the prize, I'll feel something to tell me I'm right. Eleanor was turning over the items in a basket of broken jewelry, her expression doubtful as she examined each one and discarded it. Tom moved further into the shop, among dusty chests and cupboards. Perhaps he had been wrong to think that the prize could be hidden in this dingy little shop. "Let's go," he said to Elena. "There's nothing here." As he was turning towards the door, he noticed a dresser with a hand mirror looking as one of the shelves, lying on one of the shelves, mixed up with a tangle of old scarves and belts. The back of the mirror was encrusted with glittering stones that glinted with an eerie light. Tom glanced at Elena. She was looking at the same mirror as well. "Do you think that could be the prize?" she asked in a low voice. Crossing the shop, Tom disentangled the mirror and picked it up. As soon as he did so, he felt a bolt of energy race down his arm. "This is it," he whispered to Elena. Tangled mirror. "This is it," he whispered to Elena. "I'm sure it's the prize we've been looking for." "How are we going to pay for it?" Elena asked anxiously. "I don't think charcoal poultices will be enough this time." "I don't know," Tom replied, "but we have to have it," he murmured, half to himself. And we can't tell the shopkeeper why. We'll just have to hope he's in a generous mood." Tom approached the shopkeeper, holding out the mirror. "I'd like to borrow this," he began. The shopkeeper looked up from his book. Even before he spoke, Tom could already see the half of scorn bubbling up inside the man's chest. "Borrow it?" the shopkeeper began. "Do you think I'd stay in business if I lent my stock to every scruffy young lad who sets foot in my shop?" "You can have this," Elena said quickly, stepping up beside Tom. She held out her quiver of arrows. Tom stared at Elena in disbelief. "I can't believe she'd give up her arrows," he thought. Elena had never abandoned her weapons before. "It's the horse or nothing," the shopkeeper said, peering out of the window at Storm. Here's Tom trying to get the mirror from the shopkeeper. Let me reread the sentence. "It's the horse or nothing," the shopkeeper said, peering out of the window at Storm. "He's 14 hands high. I could get a good price for him if you don't come back." Tom didn't want to be pardoned with his faithful stallion, but as he gazed out of the window, he could see Storm patiently watching and waiting. He knew that his horse had always done whatever he could to help on each quest. Perhaps Storm was ready to help again now. "If that's the only way," Thomas said slowly. He reached out and shook the shopkeeper's hand. "If you don't bring the mirror back by the next day, rise of..." Bleh. I need to drink. My mouth is dry. I need to drink. How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. Tom is about to trade his horse for a mirror. By the way, in case you guys weren't paying attention or something like that, I don't know. Sorry for assuming. You know what they say about assuming. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say that word. I'm not allowed to say that word. If you guys watch The Amazing Digital Circus, you know. If you know, you know. If you watch The Amazing Digital Circus from Glitch, you know what I'm talking about. Assuming. It makes an out of you and Ming. Where was I? That's the only way. Halfway down the page, next paragraph. Halfway down the page of 64. "If that's the only way," Thomas said. Slowly he reached out and shook the shopkeeper's hand. "If you don't bring the mirror back by the next rise of the moon, the horse is mine for good," the shopkeeper said. Tom didn't like the deal, but what could he do? For the first time, he realized quite how much this quest meant. Oh, excuse me. Enough to risk losing Storm. That was chapter 4. Please let me see. Please. A hard bargain. That was chapter 4, A Hard Bargain. And I hope you guys enjoy my videos. I enjoy reading them to you guys. And I hope you guys keep watching, because Yeah, Beast Quest is pretty cool. It's by Series 5 is when things got crazy. After Series 5 is where things got crazy. We're almost done. This is book 5 of Series 5. And there are usually 6 books in each chapter. And we're halfway done with this one. So, well, about there. About halfway. After the next video, we're halfway. Things got crazy after Series 5. Things are already crazy in Series 5. With the Queen of Gwilder being possessed by an evil wizard, being controlled by an evil wizard, and finding mysteries of the past, and somehow being connected to it. Somehow being connected to it, the reveal is crazy, my goodness. I'm not gonna spoil it, though. I want to so badly, but I can't. Sorry, I can't. The riddle also has something to do with it. If you guys didn't know, there's a riddle that Malik told Tom. Oh, where's the riddle? Here it is. Ichor of kin ichor, red to red, life from death. Any ideas what that means? I sure do. Ichor of kin. What does it mean? Well, I'll let you guys think about that until we find out. I think it's after this book, or before this book ends, we find out what that means. Ichor of kin. Blood to blood, ichor of kin. We'll find out soon. But yeah, hope you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell if you guys are interested in more Beast Quest videos, and Great Dragon Book entries. I am brainstorming right now with the Great Dragon Book, and it's been a bit tough. It's been a little tough figuring out the bio for the Great Dragon Book for the next dragon. I already teased it on my Twitter, Mario Herline, if you're interested in that. I post drawing updates on it, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this reading of Beast Quest, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.